In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can upgrade your K3s cluster, which is the DevOps equivalent of hold my beer. I'm Garrett, and this is Timothy. Upgrading your cluster. Well, if you have a K3s cluster, like I'm showing you how to build, with, for example, a Turing Pi, then you might be strained with resources. You might not have a lot of CPU or a lot of memory available. And with a K3s cluster, there is a simple way of doing an upgrade, which would be installing Rancher. However, what we can do is we can actually use the system upgrade of Rancher to easily upgrade our cluster, which I'm going to show you today. Now, let's dive in. Let's run through the configuration. So there are two components. We have the system upgrade controller and we have our upgrade plan. So let's jump to VS Code and run through how everything works. So in this case, we are still using our K3s cluster management repository we have been using for the past few episodes. Now, you can grab the link down below, grab the configuration and use it within your own cluster. Now, for this setup, I created an additional pipeline job called upgrade so that we can run this separate from the rest of the pipeline. And this pipeline will, as you can see, install the latest version of the system upgrade controller, and then it will apply our upgrade plan to our cluster, which is pretty awesome. Now, the final step would be to run through this plan. So let's do that right now. So our plan consists of two parts, a server upgrade part and an agent upgrade part, also known as we upgrade our control plane and we upgrade our workers. Now, so this is the first part. This is to upgrade our control plane. It runs in the system upgrade namespace. We only do one control plane node at a time. And this is how we're selecting our control plane. So we're looking for the label control plane and then if it exists. And then it will upgrade this node. Now, the second part will be to upgrade our workers. So in the Turing Pi cluster I've built so far, I have 4 nodes, 3 RK1s, 1 NVIDIA for AI, and I set my cluster up to have the first 3 RK1s and as the control plane and worker. And the final part is that my NVIDIA node, which I'm going to use for AI, is a dedicated worker node. Now, so this part of the plan, the second part, will be just to upgrade our workers, which makes sense. So as you can see, it still searches for the same label, only this time it will say does not exist. So that way it will select only our worker nodes. Still upgrade one at a time. We're upgrading the agent this time. And this is a little trick, and that's to prepare. And what this does is this will ensure that the K3s server, which is this plan, has finished. This way, this will run after our nodes. Now, I hope I didn't make any mistakes. So hold my beer. Let's run this. Let's upgrade our cluster. What you want to do is you want to jump over to your own K3s repository, or you want to load the system upgrade controller into your cluster and then load the plans to get it all started. Now I did make a tiny change before we're going to continue, which I'm going to show you right now, which is here in our GitLab pipeline. I've added this, which basically is a rollout status check, which is going to check if the system upgrade controller has been loaded. And the reason we need this, without the system upgrade controller to be present, we cannot load our plan because it is of type plan it requires certain custom resource definitions, certain CRDs to be loaded in our cluster. So we need to wait until the deployment of the system upgrade controller is complete. So with that out of the way, let's get started. Now, you can open your own K3s repository or you can just copy paste the code from my repository, link down below. And what we're going to do is we are going to go to build pipelines. So we're going to start a new pipeline, which is going to send what we want to load into our cluster through the GitLab Kubernetes agents, which we installed a few episodes ago. So we're gonna say new pipeline, and because I created different type of jobs for everything, we can now simply say turn this all off and run the upgrade job. And here we go. Awesome, it's running. Now, if we quickly jump to K9s here, you can see that we now have to wait till the system upgrade controller is ready. And there it is. So this is being loaded right now. And as you can see, it already start applying stuff from our plan. So if we go quickly to column nodes, you can see that, hey, amazing. So it basically looks like it tainted one of the nodes. It's probably training right now, scheduling disabled. Yes, scheduling disabled. And it's now gonna upgrade node 7. Awesome. Let's go to pods again. And cool. It's doing a whole bunch of stuff. Let's keep an eye on the nodes. Hey, look at that. Node 7. Node 7 is now version 132 and is straight running. It is straight going into Node 6. Awesome. So our entire cluster is being upgraded right now to the latest stable. This is pretty freaking cool. So pods. As you can see, it's doing a lot of work right now. There it is. Node 6 has just been upgraded to version 132 of K3s. Awesome. This is super cool. And let's see what it's doing now. So yeah, now as you can see what I said earlier, it is upgrading first the entire control plane and then it's gonna upgrade node 8. So if we go to pods, we actually see here some KVS agent waiting on node 8. It's running in status is in it. It's probably waiting till all the control plane nodes has been updated. Ooh, I lost my connection, which probably meant so I am gonna quit K9s because I have to reload it. And the reason probably is that the latest node it was updating and we're back. Sorry for that. So what was happening is that I lost connection. And I lost connection because the latest node it upgraded within the control plane. As you can see now, it's working on the worker nodes. So the latest node it was upgrading was the current elected leader. So I lost my connection, which means it had to switch over leader, the leader within the cluster. Then it had to reassign the cube VIP IP, the cluster IP we gave the cluster itself. So the IP20 we talked about in earlier episodes. And that is the IP number to which we can actually interact with our cluster. That's why K9s lost its connection. So yeah, that's by the way, is totally normal, totally expected actually, because we're upgrading the entire cluster. So right now it's upgrading. As I can see, it just finished our worker node. Our entire cluster is healthy. Now we're gonna look at our pods. And as we can see, everything is completely perfect. It has a few lingering resources for the system upgrade controller, which is gonna clean up. And that's it. This is how you quickly can upgrade your K3s cluster without installing the entire Rancher setup. Just run the system upgrade controller and give it a plan what to do. If you enjoyed this video, please comment, like, subscribe, and I see you in the next video. I am Garrett, and this is Timber Tech.